Do you have a strong-willed child? Is that how you would lovingly describe them? They can be difficult and a challenge to raise, but I need you to know that I can help. That is my specialty. I'm Jen Dean. I'm a family coach, and I work with parents and kids every single day, helping it to go better at home. You want to change the atmosphere in your house? You want more positivity? Do you want to feel like there's love and joy and peace and kids are getting along with each other and they're listening to mom and mom and dad aren't yelling all the time? I can help to reduce the amount of anger in your home, and I have strategies to help that are particularly effective with strong-willed children. I've raised my own. I've been in the trenches with you. I get it. And I can help. A quick tip right now, lying. So many parents struggle with lying. I need you to know that it's not uncommon. It doesn't mean that your child is a sociopath or they're mean or they're not going to grow up to be good functioning members of society. I know it can feel that way. It can really feel that way sometimes. I know. That's not true. That's not true. Lying is an indicator. It's going to tell us that something else is going on. Now, lying is tricky, and I recommend private coaching to help families with lying because we need to figure out what is the motivation behind it? What is the root of it? And with some kids, it's avoiding trouble. For some kids, it's because they don't want to stop playing their video game, so they're going to lie and say that they did their homework. For some kids, it's avoiding getting punished. They're not going to say they ate all the cookies because they know they'll get grounded, they'll get in trouble. They're avoiding a consequence. For some other kids, though, they're avoiding in a different way, particularly if mom or dad or both struggle with anger. And this isn't uncommon. Hey, if this is you, I've been there. I was a yeller. I've worked on my anger. I have learned how to keep it under control most of the time. It's not perfect, but it's so much better. So there's no judgment here. What I am saying though is if you have a child that is sensitive to it, and often our strong-willed kids can be very emotional, very sensitive to things. So if they are fearful or they just really don't want to get yelled at, they don't want to get in trouble, they might lie and just tell you whatever you want to hear. Did you brush your teeth? Yes. Did you play with this kid? Yes. Did you do your math? Yes. Are you happy? Yes. Everything's fine? Yes, right? They're going to say whatever you want to hear in the moment. And this is where I'm going to call them the ridiculous lies. The lies about stupid things that you would say, man, doesn't even make sense. Why are they lying about this? I don't even really care what the answer is. What it could mean, now there's lots of different indicators. What it could mean is that they're just saying whatever they think you want to hear in the moment, just to try and please you, to keep you happy, to keep the peace, because they don't want to escalate. Now, it could also, especially for these ridiculous lies, the lies that you're pulling your hair out saying, why would you even bother lying about this? It could also mean that it's a habit. Often with our kids, maybe it started off as an indicator of something going on. Maybe it started off as they're avoiding chores or hey, they're lying just to get more of that good thing. They're lying and saying, no, they didn't have any screen time yet because they want more screen time. Maybe they're trying to get something. Maybe they're trying to avoid something. Maybe they're trying to avoid some emotional outburst or feeling badly. They don't want to hurt the relationship. So they're saying whatever it is that you want to hear. But maybe it started off for any of those things, but it could just become a habit. And this happens often. Maybe it's just a habit now. And the good news is we can change a habit. It doesn't mean, right, that your child is going to grow up to be sneaky and deceptive and you've ruined their life and it's all your fault because you yelled at them and you started this and now you're a horrible parent. Please don't let your brain take it to that dark, evil, terrible place. It is a habit and we can break it. Here's a strategy that you can use to work on your kid. Before you ask them a question, say to them, say, hey, little guy, little man, young lady, whatever, say, hey, I'm going to ask you a question in a minute. Now remember, in our family, we are honest. We tell the truth. Remember, we expect you to tell the truth here. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you a second. Now remember, in our family, we tell the truth. We are always honest. And then go ahead and ask, hey, did you brush your teeth? I'm going to ask you a question. Now remember, it's really important that we tell the truth. Did you already have your screen time today? Have you done your homework? Were you mean to your sister? By giving them that moment to pause, to reflect, to take a breath, that's going to help us to know where we're at. Because often, and I see this so many times, it reduces the amount of lying because your kids want to. They want to do the right thing, right? So you're helping them to break that habit. Now, if after that, if you give them that moment, they pause, they take a breath, and they still tell a lie, then it's an indicator we have a heart issue to work on, and we can work on it. Let me help you. Make sure you subscribe to Families Matter Most. You follow us, hit the bell or whatever, hit all the things to get notified, and let me know, what are the things that you struggle with? What is your biggest challenge in your home? Let's tackle that. I want to give you some help because raising kids is hard enough. Raising strong-willed kids, that's next level. Let me help you.